up, and I'm going to give you an ETC sync up any time soon. I'll give you the rundown of the lineups as well mid game, and here we go. Match beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1. We are fighting. Here we go. OSK, which is MVP, most valuable player, lining up for them. Frag Stealer, ZMK, Mystic, Raz, and Numeric on the Axis side for the first map, which is Gold Rush yet again, I'm afraid. For the Allied side, for STH, we've got Froz, we've got Mind, Callisto, we've got Nugan and Remy, and as I say that, they have made a really nice main push actually. We've taken out 3 of the opposite OSK players, and it seems that Nugan has managed to control this side entrance with a couple more players holding their position inside that the first stage in the corner. Callisto is one of them. He's going to have a little fight with the guys who have just respawned, but it looks at the Axis side, I'm going to be too bothered as they set up a little crossfire just behind that tank area. Mystic as an engineer pushes out towards the corner of the barrels, but he doesn't realise that mine and Callisto are just behind them, and it looks at the STH side. I've racked up a couple of frags, but Mystic hasn't been taken down, and he's going to get a double grenade frag there onto mine and Callisto as they try to make their way over to the tank, but Remy, the engineer, is going to try and battle Mystic, but Mystic's going to have another really nice shot there. He's going to get the engineer gibbed. He's going to get taken down, but it doesn't matter. Raz is going to pick him up. There's former 1-for-1 teammate there, and he's going to manage to get a couple more landmines down as Nugan gets a double frag there, but a ZMK 2-man rifle there just at the last second as Callisto gets another Thompson frag before getting taken down by ZMK yet again. And it looks like the STH side off to a reasonably good start, bothering this OSK side. I'm not sure what OSK stands for, by the way, in case you're wondering. I've got no idea. I thought they were just called MVP, but looks like I'm incorrect there. Remy tries to make a dive for the tank, not going to get it. And Mystic off to a flying start here for his, don't know if it's going to be his new team, but it looks like he's off to a flying start, whether it's a Merc or not, for the OSK side here, which is definitely a good job. And if you can hear my chair rolling on the floor, by the way, I've got my computer chair back, which is nice, because it means I can just lie back and enjoy watching this game and showcasing it for you. Callisto with a nice frag there on the Mystic at that main entrance. He tries to hold them back to make sure they can't push out towards those health and ammo crates. Raz gets pushed here by Nugan, and Nugan's going to take him on full spawn there. ZMK gets a rifle grenade shot off onto Mind, who's not going to get a revive anytime soon, I don't think. There's no medics in sight except for Nugan, who's just run off, I think, on his own to try and get a couple more frags. So Frag Stealer's going to get a double kill there as Remy takes one before he has to self-kill at that back, and he was an engineer. And it looks like the STH side have got to set up another quick attack here before Mystic can get his landmines down, and it looks like they're going to push up this main entrance actually. Mine's going to go down to Mystic's MP40 before Nugan finally gets the frag onto him, and they're going to trip that landmine again at that main entrance. It's been out there every single spawn for them. I don't know why they keep tripping it, but it doesn't matter. The OSK side of that attack is Mine gets a rifle grenade kill onto a Numeric. He's not going to get gibbed, even though it sounded as if he was going to get gibbed there, as all the other dead bodies managed to get blown up in the process there, as Mine fires another rifle grenade in through this main entrance, dives into the corner, and Russ is going to get caught off guard with his med packs out yet again. Mine's going to get the ground kill, and it looks like the STH side have managed to get 3-4 frags now onto this OSK team, and it's Mystic last man standing with 10 HP, self-kills, wise move, but the OSK side haven't spawned back for some reason. The airstrike is on the tank, it's not going to damage the tank anytime soon, and the OSK side have now got to try and battle their way down all the way to this tank barrier, and I don't think they're going to be able to get there before the STH side do, unless the stronger than hate side decide to try and stay at that main gate instead of running down to the barrier, which is what they've done, I think, except for 2 of the allied players. Mystic's going to go for the build, but he's going to get gibbed by a rifle grenade there fired off by Mind, and he's going to do some team damage to Froz there just before he gets gibbed by the Axis players coming down that hill. And Mind is still sat on the bridge, I think, with that rifle grenade prime for the guys on the stairs, but Frag Stealer's found him, he's caught him out. He's not going to get a rifle shot off at that spawn anytime soon, as Mystic gets supplies to that tank barrier yet again. I think he's going to get the build, yes he does, and with 11 minutes and 22, 11 minutes 21 on the board, it looks like the OSK side have got to hold this tank barrier at this second stage by the CP, as this tank just turns around the corner. Then Remy and Froz having a pretty good game actually with the 2 Croatians there, as they still seem to keep racking up the frags on the console there. As I think Mystic stayed out full here to get some landmines. He's got a grenade primed, he's going to chuck it to that engineer, not going to get him gibbed, and Frost is going to revive him pretty quickly, and he's going to get the plant onto that tank barrier with 10 minutes and 55 on the board for you to sync up there. If you heard it in time, I'll do another one. The barrier's about to get blown, almost get a rifle grenade there off underneath the CP, though Mind would have taken out 2 of the OSK players. But it looks as if they're going to hold this tank barrier pretty easily with 14 seconds left until that blows up. Frag Stealer's running off with the pistol, but he's going to self-kill just to break the respawn in time before Nugan could get away. And the OSK side looks as if they're going to hold their position at the bottom of these main steps, chucking a couple of grenades up to absolutely nothing at the moment. And the STH side are going to be happy with this first and second stage attack, as the rifle grenade gets flown across Froz's screen. Not going to do any damage to the tank or to him. so he's going to be happy with that. His grenades still continue to get tossed onto this tank. I don't think these following grenades are going to do any damage, but that rifle grenade is going to damage it in time. ZMK is going to get taken down by Fraz, and it looks like the ST8 side seem pretty well drilled so far. Nice grenade there from Mind. Unlucky, almost took down 2 or 3 of them there, or at least did some damage as the tank gets repaired with 9 minutes 58, 57, 56 on the board. Now his grenades continue to get flung onto this tank, which is definitely going to get damaged soon as Raz is going to get team killed. No, he's not. He's going to get incredibly well damaged by his teammate there as the tank continues to move on, but it's going to get damaged one more time. Can the Axis side get any more landmines around this tank before the Allied side can rebuild it in time? And it looks as if they might be able to if an Axis engineer gets up here, but it doesn't matter. Rimy's just managed to sneak past my screen, and he's managed to sneak past the Axis side as well, and he repairs the tank. Fragstealer jumps on it after Rimy gets a prang on the ZMK, which is forced Fragstealer to jump down and revive his Polish teammate there. And the tank does finally get pushed into position with 9 minutes and 19 on the board. The bank door, sorry, are going to get destroyed, and the Axis side are going to push out and try and reclaim this CP before the Allied side can. But Frost is going to hold his position on the top of that ladder, because I think Numeric managed to destroy the CP if I'm correct there, but it doesn't matter because Rimy is absolutely flying down this main hill. Can he catch Fragstealer out of guard? No, he can't, because his teammate Numeric on the other side was having a cheeky crossfire with him before they managed to get underneath that CP. And Nuggan now taking down Fragstealer on top of this balcony. He's not going to get anybody gipped though, unfortunately, as he gets grenaded at the backside by ZMK. Revive coming in from Frost nice and early there though, but it looks to me as if the Allied side are focusing maybe a bit too much on the CP as Mind comes jumping down that hill. Nuggan's going to support him as well just before they push into this CP, because I think they know the Axis players are in there, but they haven't managed to stop ZMK from building that CP. Even though Callisto's got to get a double grenade frag there, they're not going to be able to build that CP for another 30 seconds or so, because ZMK managed to get his players to it. I'm not sure if he's going to build it. Yes, he is going to build it. No, rifle grenade from Mind. He's going to take down the rifle, but he's going to get revived yet again. His grenades get chucked up to the CP from Mind. Still going to get chucked up to the CP from Mind. Actually, ZMK tries to get his players to that CP. He's going to blow himself up by building the CP, but it doesn't matter. Bit of a waste of charge there, because the Cobalt Ops is blowing it up, and Rimy is going to build that CP. Well, on 8 minutes and 2, 8 minutes and 1, 8 minutes exactly now on the board, as now they have exactly as amount of time as I just said to attack this bank and get the gold out there in the back of the truck. Quite an aggressive defense so far from the OSK side, holding their position outside the bank. One pushing, one medic actually pushing underneath the bridge, stopping these Allied players from jumping down that CP stage. But he's not going to bother Nuggan too much, as Nuggan gets absolutely annihilated. He absolutely annihilates Raz there underneath the bridge, and Rimy's going to get a nice easy plant on top of that barrier. Frost goes diving over the top of these courtyard, but he's not going to get too far as Numeric shuts him down in the nick of time, and the STH side self-kill and set up another attack here as Nuggan still staying out of full spawn underneath this bridge, guarding that tank barrier plant just in case somebody tried to sneak out and get it. But I don't think anybody's going to go for it, as Mystic gets a couple of frags there over at that box. Nuggan's going to take down Raz as well at this space exit, who's having an absolute corker of a game, to be honest. And Fragstealer, I think, might be the only man alive as he self-kills and the rest of his teammates all respawn with him. They're going to have to push over to this bank now as Frost revives his teammate Callisto. The Croatians making their way towards this bank now. Frost is going to be the one to go and grab it, but it seems like his teammate and Rimy, all the Croatians actually gathering at this third arch, are going to take down the OSK side. And now it looks like the remaining OSK players are going to push into this bank. Mystic on his own at that front X is going to get one frag, but he's going to have to rely on Raz and his other teammate. Managed to come in from the back there, and Raz is going to do that. He's going to take down 2, and he's going to self-kill just in time. And it looks like the STH side are going to be pretty disappointed with that push. They had the opportunity to get out there. They have 3 players, but Mystic managed to get one of the gibbed, and then Raz, all he had to do was come in from behind and get the rest of the players down and gibbed in time. And it looks like the STH players making their way down this truck hill, coming towards these boxes now at this side exit. Mystic and Numeric helping each other out. They're getting a couple of frags, and it looks like they've dealt with the entire attack on their own. They don't need the rest of the teammates to help them out. And with 6 minutes and 9, 6 minutes and 8 seconds on the board, the STH side really have to get a move on, because let's be honest, any more than 10 minutes at this level and you're in for a tough time defending, especially on Gold Rush after the amount of time that this has been played in the last couple of years. Nice frag there from Callisto on the Mystic though, and he's going to get another frag on the ZMK at this second arch. His frag's either going to get the revive. Yes, he is, just in time, just before he got killed by Callisto. And it looks like they have managed to take the gold now, and they, well, take that bank. Numeric's hiding in that bank, and he's going to take down whoever the gold carrier was. And the rest of the SCH side seem to be a bit more focused on trying to get a couple of people out of full, instead of just grabbing this gold and making the Axis run out that first arch towards the truck. Because let's be honest, if you have enough players at that bank, you can hold that bank with as an allied side on attack. for the people jumping down this corridor, but Mystic yet again doing the smart thing, coming in from behind. He's going to push out the bank doors now, and nobody realises that he's there. Frost is going to get the gold away though, just in the nick of time. He's going to med pack himself up to 20 HP. He's going to secure the gold in the back of that truck, and 5 minutes and 6 seconds on the board. Can the Axis side build this truck barrier? Raz is going to get his players to the test. Numeric's going to get the revive on the Mystic as well. Are they going to get this barrier built? No, they're not. Mystic didn't run backwards enough, and they couldn't get enough, and they charge into that barrier, and it looks like the ST8 side are going to have to just move this truck from underneath that bridge, which is actually quite an easy place to defend the truck, because let's be honest, as an allied player jumping down off that bridge to 5 people with guns looking at you in your face, it's not the nicest things to do. But the Axis side actually have managed to destroy the CP, and they've managed to build one of their own, even though Frost is a covert ops waiting for Remy as backup to build that CP. It's not going to bother him too much. Satchel charge is chucked in there. Remy's going to get his players onto that CP, and they're going to get that CP respawn up and running no time soon, with 4 minutes and 25, 24, 23 on the board now. Frag Stealer underneath this bridge as Remy dives for it. He's going to move the truck a tiny bit, but I don't think it's going to bother the Axis side too much, as Mine just strolls down the truck hill though, gets a frag on a Mystic, but it's going to get taken down by Mine straight away just on top of that bridge. The OSK side continue to be quite aggressive as they self-kill at not the best of times, because Nugget's going to chuck a grenade off that bridge. I think he's a Panzerfaust. He might have been a medic, but it doesn't matter because he's been taken down by Numeric underneath that bridge. And well, the Axis players are all over the bridge. I've never seen somebody be so aggressive in my life. This Frag Stealer finally takes down the remaining STH player, Callisto, and they're going to have to wait for the allied respawn as Mine goes checking every single corner if possible after he respawns. Chucks a rifle grenade onto Mine. Is he going to? No, he's not. He's just going to get the pistol out and take down Raz with one shot after his teammates managed to do all the damage. And it looks like the STS side have managed to jump off the bridge. They're going to get instantly mowed down by OSK players there. They managed to get the truck rolling around that corner, but not well. It's not rolled too far. And with 3 minutes and 27 on the board, the Stronger Than Hate side have really got to pull something out of the bag here for this defence, because let's be honest, this OSK side looked pretty damn good as they push down the truck hill now. FFE has been set on the hill. Nugget and Frost just pushing that truck as far back as they can. Raz with the double frag, in fact 3 frags there from Raz, stopping that truck from moving any further. And I think, yes, they have. Numeric has managed to get himself to the health and ammo crates just to come in from behind. He's going to take the Thompson out. How many frags is he going to get here to stop the truck? Is he going to stop the truck at all? He's going to finally go around the corner. Oh my god, he's gone absolutely incredibly insane there with 5 headshots onto the 2 players, Nugget and Remy. He's still got pistol bullets and he's going to take down Callisto and stop that truck. Perfect timing there, to be fair, from Numeric, stopping that truck at the top of the health and ammo hill. And even though he's only stopped it for 5 or 6 seconds, they managed to put some more time on the board, which is just exactly what they wanted it's exactly what they wanted Numeric to do, to be honest, is just to put a couple more seconds on that board as Nugget walks his way with the truck all the way to the back as Mind is AFK. He's just come back into the game. 2 minutes, 23, 22, game over. 12 minutes and 37 seconds on the board for this Stronger Than Hate side to defend. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. That seems to be a pretty tough time to beat whatever skill level you're playing at. And no fangs. I'm not going to say trunk, because I'm not Estonian like you. So yeah, sorry mate, but I can't say trunk instead of truck. I'm not that bad at calling stuff. So we're gonna have to wait for the players to ready up yet again. 12 minutes 37. I haven't got too much faith in this ST8 side holding out for 12 minutes 37. I don't think they're as drilled as this OSK side, even though they've got Mystic on board, who, let's be honest, is a great addition to have to this team. I mean, Mystic, probably one of the smartest guys I've ever played with in the game and ever watched, so it's not too bad a replacement for Jinno. Let's be honest, especially Jinno and Cherry. They're not the brightest of players, but they're not too dumb. Jinno's dumb, he's Scottish. I'm not too sure about Cherry, even though he's Belgian. So we're just going to have to wait for the players to ready up. Nugget, Mind and Raz we're waiting for now. Hopefully it won't be too long. I would put some more music on, but I can't really be bothered because I haven't sorted out a playlist yet again, so I'm just going to have to find some more music, and that'll be dreadful. Nobody really likes listening to my music, as I found out, except for Rito. He loves it. He can't get enough of it. So just one more rundown of the lineups in the map. We've got for the Stronger Than Hate side, we've got Froz, Remy, CLS, which is Callisto, Nugget and Mind, and for the OSK side, aka MVP or Most Valuable Player, whatever you want to call him, we've got Frag Stealer, ZMK, Mystic, Raz and Numeric. Mystic was a very late substitution for the side, but it seems to be paying off for them by the look of things. He seems to be playing pretty damn well, to be honest. but at least he was playing pretty well as an engineer on defense. So we'll be able to see what he's like on attack now, whether he's engineer or not. I think he's going to be. Yeah, he is. It looks like he's going to be engineer anyway. As Raz finally readies up with the maps tonight. We've got first map, which is SW Gold Rush, and the second map, surprise, surprise, will be Supply. As we go into this second round of the first map in 3, 2, 1, we are fight and ready. Here we go. 12 minutes 33, 32, 31, 30 on the board for your TV sync up. As we'd see this allied side have 2 main and 3 pushing side. Raz self kills along with ZMK. I don't know if that's to put them off and try and give them a fake spawn time, but Mystic has managed to get his way all the way to this CP. And I'm pretty sure the Axis player knew he was down there, because Rimby just double checks into the CP. Raz shoots a rifle grenade off to nowhere, and Mystic is just going to run up the back of this truck hill. Back of this tank hill, sorry, completely unopposed, and he's going to, even though he's going to take some landmine damage, he's going to get the frag on a Froz, and he's going to get that tank. No, he's not going to get the tank kill, because the STA side have just respawned in the nick of time. Nugget with a double frag there, and he's going to have to get a lot of revives here on the mine. Rimmy and another one of his players on this tank courtyard, even though they managed to save it. That's not what you want from the very first push, is it, on Gold Rush? That is not the kind of danger you want to be witnessing, as Numeric has to run away at this side exit to wait for his engineers to come to this side exit, as there's one more medic at this main gate trying to do a bit of damage. I think it was Fragstealer after getting a frag. He's gone back to health and ammo to support his engineers. ZMK, who's managed to run off to this side exit now, and it looks like the allied side are going to push up this side exit as Mystic, Numeric and Raz all push up this side now. Numeric self kills to put him off, and Mystic's going to run in there, get a frag on a Nugget, but he's not going to bother mine because he's going to chuck a rifle grenade on top of them as ZMK is opposite man, chucks a rifle grenade over as well. Mystic double frag as well, and it looks to me as if Mystic and ZMK have cleared out this tank, people. And the tank has been repaired with 11 minutes and 5 seconds, and also the Axis side have spawned at this tank depot, which is never a good thing, because Fragstealer's holding the doorways with that MG42 on top of that tank. Mystic, Numeric getting a couple of frags as well, and it looks to me as if Stronger Than Hate have been rampaged at this tank barrier. They're not going to get that built anytime soon, and it looks to me as if they're going to come completely down to the bottom of this CP, uncontested. And Stronger Than Hate are going to have to pull off some kind of 10-minute bank defense if you want to try and beat this time, because the OSK side are rolling through him. Rifle grenade, they're almost taking out the medic who tried to revive his teammate. Froz, I think it was. Mind of Froz coming out the main steps, but they're both going to get taken down by a grenade. Callisto with his needle out, reviving like crazy here as he's finally gets killed by Fragstealer's handmate at MG42, who's going to take 3 down, I think, actually, as ZMK and Mystic help out as well. And they really are looking good, the OSK side, even though they didn't have well, they did have a really good defense, I should take that back. They weren't too great at the first couple of minutes, but they really do look as if they're in shape now, as this tank's continuing to move. It's not going to get damaged either, I don't think, unless I say that. 5 grenades come flying up to that tank, and Mist is going to get his player straight onto it. Grenades still coming up onto the tank. Are they going to damage it instantly? I know that they are. Grenades are too slow for the spam's too slow with those grenades. And this gun will finally get damaged just as the tank gets into position, and that gun is going to point at the bank doors, blow them up with 9 minutes and 40, 9 minutes and 39, 38, 37 on the board. And with the allies having that CP spawn, I've got no faith in this Axis side holding off any longer, as we see a couple of players moving down the truck slope. 2 medics, I think it is, or the underneath the bridge. Yeah, on the bridge actually. That's me looking at the command map and getting really confused here for you. Numeric and Mystic, and Fragstealer's going to help him out as well as they all jump off the bridge. Mystic's going to get down there for Frost, so Frost is going to get another frag there. Rimmy helps out at that first hatch as well. Mystic has been revived, and Rimmy's going to take him on with the Luger. Is he going to get the frag? Mystic's going to get the pistol out as well, but the STA side are all going to run past their teammate Rimmy, who's been completely left on his own at that first hatch, as Fragstealer gets a frag onto Frost as well. And Nugger's going to make his way to this third hatch. Mind helping him out. Nugger and Mind ready to doing the damage there, making sure that they can't get that gold out anytime soon. Even though saying that, the gold's already gone through the spawn. I'm not sure if he's going to get through because Raz is getting taken down by Mines. Go up sniper rifle there after blowing up the CP. I think they're going to get it rebuilt pretty soon anyway. ZMK just chucks a grenade up to the CP in case somebody's hiding up there. He's going to jump up, get his players onto that CP with full charge. And he's going to rebuild that CP with 8 minutes 30, 29, 28 on the board, with more Axis players finally setting up, I should say, a defence in the bank. Nugget in the bank, Froz at this old MG, and Mine just supplying ammo at the top of that old MG as well. I don't know if they're going to be holding off for anything like that. They've we've got left, as I say, that the OSK side finally making the push from on top of the bridge. They're making their way over the courtyard. Raz chucking a grenade up to that third arch, but Nugger's going to get 1, 2, 3 there, and Mine's going to get the fourth as well onto Raz, and that is a nice little crossfire they had up that third arch. I thought the grenade was going to do the damage, but it seemed as if they managed to just move out the way or had enough med packs to help them out and not take enough damage. Too much damage, sorry. Instead, MK gets killed by Remy at this first dash yet again, who really is being a bother to this OSK side. Fragsteed, the double Thompson frag though, as Remy pushes out that first dash to try and get Raz on full, I think. Is he going to take full? He's going to keep packing up, but Remy's not going to get the frag either. Raz is going to run away to that second dash. He's going to somehow survive after Remy just couldn't seem to kill him at all. Mystic and Fragsteed coming down from underneath the bridge as well. Fragsteed chucks a grenade at that first dash, goes to help his teammate Raz at the second dash now, as they push in to try and get a couple more people out, as they managed to do so as well. A couple of self-kills coming in from the OSK side as well, after Numeric getting the knife frag onto Mine, the rifle grenader. And even though I keep saying the SDH side aren't going to hold out, they still haven't really been breached. And as I say that, the OSK side finally hit the hole nice and hard there, and Raz and Mystic, ZMK, sorry, take that gold, and they're going to make their way out the bank anytime soon. Frost with the MP40 frag on the Mystic there, as a rifle grenade gets fired off over towards him. Frost gets a double kill actually, and he manages to secure the gold yet again. ZMK with a Garan frag now onto Frost, finally dealing with the medic that managed to cause so much trouble there. As Callisto comes into this main gate, he gets taken down by Mines. I don't know where he got taken down though from Mind. Oh, it was a sniper rifle frag from the boxes. Pretty well played there. After blowing up that CP, he managed to come down to the truck hill, take him down over the courtyard. And the OSK side have got a respawn at the back yet again, with 6 minutes and 29 on the board. It looks like SGH are really doing something good here. They really are holding off for a pretty long time, and I didn't think they'd be able to hold off for this long after the first stage, a couple of stages going so badly for them. I think they managed to roll over him with 2 or 3 minutes, but the OSK side racking up a couple of nice frags there as they push over the courtyard. FFE coming down on top of that bridge, not going to get any frags as Nuggin gets an MP40 frag onto Numeric around this bank area, I think. I'm not too sure where he's gone. I think he's self-killed actually. Or at least went off to hide somewhere, lying in wait for them in the bank. Yes, he is. With the MP40 out there, Mystic tries to challenge him with the pistol. He's not going to get the job done. Nugget's not going to give him either, and Mine and Remy are going to clear out the rest of them as well, as is Froz, and the rest of the SG8 side managed to get back in position yet again. I'm not sure if Mind is still playing covert ops. Mystic changed his name. I'm not sure if they wanted to do that, because he's now got no tag. And let's be honest, no tag. And Mind has gone field ops instead of covert ops now. I think they're going to finally set up some kind of bank stage defense instead of Mind pushing for that CP, because I think he's done the job and made sure that allied side are a bit more paranoid than they were about the CP earlier on in this attack. With 5 minutes and 20, 5 minutes and 19 on the board, I'll tell you what, this actually started not doing too badly at all. Fragstealer and Numeric getting all the frags here, the two Polacks pushing over this courtyard along with Raz, the Scotsman, bombing it into this bank room now, sorry, takes the gold, and it looks as if STH have got it all to do here as Remy, the covert ops this time, pushes out to the front of this bank instead of going towards that CP. And he didn't blow the CP either, so he's just wasted a spawn there as a covert ops as Raz pushes out with the gold across the courtyard now. And of course, as I say, the ST8 side are doing something good. They do something incredibly bad, lose the whole stage. They don't even, well, they try to challenge for it, but they're not going to get the gold back as that truck moves around the corner, blows up a mine. But it's not going to bother Raz too much because it was his own mine. Pushes out, Nugget pushes out the first action, and Mystic's going to take him down. Numeric getting a double frag there as well, and ZMK getting a rifle grenade frag. Mind is last man alive. He's going to get killed by ZMK. And that is GG from the OSK side. They finally got it together, got the stage done, and they've managed to take the first map, which was Gold Rush. Now, second map supply. My money's definitely still on MVP, even though I put all of my money on STH at the start of this game. Oh, never got GTV money anymore. It sucks. I always put my money on the person with the most odds and hope for the best. Even though I knew MVP were going to win. Never know, you might get lucky. And that truck is going to get pushed all the way up the top of the hill by ZMK, the rifle. We'll have a look at the stats in a couple of seconds as that truck gets pushed around the corner. ZMK chucks a grenade or something, and the Allies beat the time of 12 minutes and 37 seconds, sorry, with 8 minutes and 53. Let's have a look at the scores for you there. And damage, flipping heck. Quite a lot of damage, saying that actually from the OSK side. Mystic top in damage actually, believe it or not. What a surprise there with 6,772 damage. Not bad at all from the UK player there. As we have to cove up for the second map, I'm going to go grab a drink. So I'll put some nice music on for you to chill out to as I go and grab a drink. So don't go anywhere for the second map of this EuroCup match tonight. I think it's EuroCup anyway. Pretty sure it's EuroCup loser bracket final. Yes, it is. Between MVP and STH. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back with you in no time at all. First off with OSK attacking. A couple of early self-kills from the OSK in 3. And as the song actually... I'll tell you what, that is timing from me there, because as I get back and as the song actually kicks in, mine readies up and we're going to go live in 3, 2, 1, game sounds on, fight, and here we go, second map supply, STH defending first off with OSK attacking. A couple of early self-kills from the OSK side there, Mystic and Fragstealer both self-killing. Let's double check that my microphone's on. Yes it is. Yes it is, we're going good. OSK getting a couple of frags here early on as Raz manages to dart up towards his main entrance. He's going to chuck the med packs out instead of the gun, but he's going to run in now because the SGH side finally catch on to him running up to that flag, and they're going to defend this flag only just at the first stage of supply. Mind getting a couple of frags here with his K43 and his rifle grenade there, but it still looks like there's a couple of medics down low, which is New Medic and Mystic. They're going to keep holding their position behind this barrels. Mystic is going to dive over the barrels and Nuggin can't do anything about it because the rest of the allied side have absolutely flown in for this flag, and Raz is going to take the flag there, and it looks like the OSK side really are the dominant team on this map after taking the flag in the first minute of the game. That's not what you want to see as an Axis team, and rifle grenade there from ZMK on top of the east stairs. Nobody likes it when they get hit by that rifle grenade, and they actually seem to have a covert opposite, so the OSK side are going to continue to run through the stages. There's 2 engineers and a medic get through. They're going to self-kill, and except for Fragstealer, who's just going to try and hold them back from this gate to not let them set up, but he's going to pack up, waste a pack, and they're going to still come through after not planting the lower door yet. Raz is going to get killed though. Numeric's going to get the revive onto his covert options. ZMK, Fragstealer, Numeric, and Raz are all going to push towards this CP now, or possibly the main gate. Raz going to get killed. ZMK is going to self-kill along with Fragstealer, and Numeric's the last man alive here at this second CP stage on top of the hill. Grenades getting chucked out by the SGH side after I think they've realised that the bottom hasn't blown yet, so the rest of the allied players are probably going to run down this cave. Are they or not? Doesn't look like they are. Mystic's going to stay up the top after Froz managed to kill his medic, which is Fragstealer. He's going to get taken down. Froz self-kills, and Numeric pushes towards his CP double doors yet again. That's a medic. Nice headshot frag there onto Callisto though, as he manages to push this double doors entrance completely wide open. He gets another headshot on the Nuggin, and another headshot on the Nuggin. Fabulous shooting there, to be honest, from Numeric. That was incredible shooting. Give him big play for him. That was really, really nice. Rimmy's now holding this bottom of the east entrance now with the MP40. He's got low HP, but he doesn't matter. Froz is helping him out. Rimmy and Froz both doing a lot of damage here as Mystic and Engineer pushes down to this east exit. It forces Rimmy to self-kill, and he's going to get the plant onto that east exit with nobody chucking any form of nades or spam or any kind of fire down on top of him.
Dynamite planted.
And they're going to get a plant on top of this main gate, sorry, as I was looking at the east. Instead of looking at that main, and Mind is going to choose to defuse the east exit instead of that main exit, which is probably a wise move because all the OSK sides self-kill to cover that depot gate, which obviously is the main objective here instead of east. East is basically a secondary objective, which they're not going to be too bothered about having it defused because they probably would have defused it on, planted it later on anyway. And this time he's going to blow in 3, 2, 1. Kablamo, and 12 minutes and 2, 12 minutes and 1, 12 minutes exactly on the board now for this OSK side to set the time on supply, which is the second and probably by the look of things, the final map. Mind and Nuggin getting a couple of frags here, as well as ZMK with the grenade flag. Rifle team killed on the Prozo from Mind as he finally gets ZMK down as he goes for that east plant. Mystic gets killed but not gibbed again, as Mystic, he just seems to be ungibbable at the moment. He seems to get picked up by Raz every second stage. It's incredible. Fragstealer does a pretty nice jump there on top of the east exit. He self-kills. He looks like he's going to just walk over to this east wall and jump back through. Again, as he gets a couple of headshots there on the medics who are just running out the west side of the spawn, but Nuggin's going to finally take him down before he can do any more damage. The SCH side are now pushing out towards this east exit. Frost is going to go for the defuse after it was just planted, but he's going to get killed by Mystic. Grenade frag there from Mystic onto the engineer who's going to go for that defuse, and it looks to me as if they're going to get this east wall blown up in 10 seconds from now. Froz engineer just slamming a couple of grenades on top of that shot as Raz comes in with the one-man panzer onto Mine. Nuggin finishes him off just after Mine got headshot panzered by Raz, to be honest, and Mystic jumping into this east exit now, gets killed by Nuggin. He's not going to be too bothered because they've still got 10 minutes and 48, 10 minutes and 47, 10 minutes and 46 on the board for them to set a time. And it looks to me as if they're rolling through this main gate now. ZMK double frag there as Raz gets taken down by Nuggin at the back of this west exit. It's ZMK jumping rifle frag there onto Nuggin, and he's going to make sure that this truck goes all the way. I can't see any more. I can't see any more engineers going up except for the Axis engineer, which is Froz, and he's not even got a rifle grenade, so I don't know how they're going to defend this with an engineer and a medic. At the top now is Frag Stealer, I think Mystic, or maybe Numeric. Yeah, both of them actually waiting on top of these stairs for the possibly for the Axis guys to chuck a couple of nades out, but they're not going to be too bothered. Mystic pushes to the corners as Raz gets up to the very top as well. Mystic pushing in now. ZMK rifle grenade, but Mine's going to reply with a rifle grenade on the Mystic. He's not going to get him killed, and the spam at the exit, at the top of the exit here, it was really, really well played though from the STH side with all that spam. Managed to allow them to get back raged actually, and there's only Mystic alive at the top now as he manages to kill Mine. He's not going to get gipped though because Rimmy's right on top of him with the needle there, almost like a Croatian squiz. He's a really fast revive, but Raz is going to match him as well with Mystic getting revived. He's going to get down again. Raz is going to get the revive somehow onto Mystic as 3 of the SGH players are getting pushed back by one man's needle. He's going to get taken down after Mystic runs around him and manages to run down the stairs. Really unlucky there from Raz after doing such a good job reviving him, and Mystic's going to continue to get revived by every single medic on the team, even though Callisto got a 3-man frag. He finally gets helped out by Mine clearing out the engineer, and the OSK side have finally been pushed back and stopped. Their attack has finally been stopped, and it seems like the STH side can finally push out and self-kill. Even though they're not going to self-kill yet because they've got 20 seconds of respawn left. As Raz pushes in now, Frag Stealer with grenade frag got the Nuggin at that west exit, but the SCH side are holding this spawn with all they've got left, and ZMK pushes in with a double rifle grenade, double Garam frag there, sorry. Rifle grenade from Mine at the bottom of the stairs though as he stops that rifle from going any further. Depot fence has been destroyed, and it looks to me as if the Allied side are going to push up this back exit. Or at least Raz is going to do it on his own as an engineer. He's going to get killed though off from the respawn. Mystic pushes up the main onto Mine, and it looks as if there's no Panzer inside. There's a grenade coming up from Rimmy, but it's not going to be quick enough. Numeric's going to push that button. No, he's not going to push the button because Nuggin's here in time, and Nuggin stops him from pushing that button along with Rimmy's grenade there, which was just a decoy if you like. He chucked it through the window, and the Allies were so bothered about that nade that they didn't bother checking behind them. Managed to get killed by Rimmy, and they're going to hold this, by Nuggin, sorry, and they're going to hold this button for one more, well, you'd hope for one more spawn, but it doesn't look like it was ZMK, Raz and Frag Stealer all pushing into the top room. They're going to push that gold crate button, and they're going to have to push the truck all the way around with 8 minutes and 1, 8 minutes 0, and 7:59 on the board now. As Raz gets killed by Numeric's Thompson there as he pushes around towards the truck, self-kills, and looks at the OSK, so they're going to set up another attack with Raz making his way on his own, unchallenged you might say, because he's had 20 HP the whole time, and he's finally got killed by Callisto's Luger. Instantly gets revived by Frag Stealer though at this back exit, and this truck is going to get pushed, I'm pretty sure, all the way around as the Mine tries to stop Raz from pushing the truck any further. He's going to do just that, and that truck's going to get stopped at the end of the east wall as the STH side frantically get their final stage defence up. I don't think they're going to get it up too quickly because Mystic, Frag Stealer, and Frag Stealer yet again getting another frag there onto the Axis side, and the rest of the Allied players are going to make their way and jump onto that truck just to push it the final stretch of this deep. Oh dear, my keyboard's flashing. Sorry. I just started moving left on my own there. I wasn't even pressing any buttons. But either way, the STH side have definitely lost this final stage, and that truck is going to get pushed all the way there from Raz on his own after doing such a good job reviving Mystic, getting the build, finally getting the truck out of the final stage. He's going to push the truck all the way there. Mystic and Frag Stealer and ZMK helping out, making sure the Axis side can't get any more. Double Panzer frag there as well to finish it off from Numeric, and making sure the Axis side can't push and get that truck stopped for any more time on their defence. And the Allied side are going to set a pretty damn nice 8 minutes and 30 seconds on supply, and I'm not too surprised, I suppose, but at the end of the day, that's not a good enough defence from STH. I'm pretty sure the OSK side are going to have no problem whatsoever holding this map supply, which is probably going to be the last map, as I said just then. The OSK side really do look too dominant for this Stronger Than Hate side. Coming from the lower bracket, it looks like it's going to be STH's final game in this season's EuroCup. I think it's 22. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to double check that. If anybody really wants to know the exact series of EuroCup this is. I don't think you really do you? You're not too bothered. Hopefully. So we're going to have to wait for Raz and Mind to ready up one more time for supply. Hopefully we're going to get some different maps next round, because let's be honest, every game I've had the Shoutcast has been supply and gold race. I need some more Frostbite, some more Adler Nest, something different, something more exciting instead of supply and gold rush. We need something better, to be honest. So we now have to wait for Raz to ready up, and he's going to ready up just as I say that. And now, can we see the stronger than hate side finally push the OSK side away and beat them on this map? We're going to find out in 3, 2, 1, and we are fight, and away we go, and no fumble. I'm not going to talk about your amazing speed, because I'd be lying, because you're slow as hell. As Mind pushes with the rifle grenade here with Callisto up that main exit. They're going to get quite a way down the hill. As Frost gets a grenade frag there onto Numeric at the top. They're going to self-kill. They haven't got enough people in support. As Numeric gets a frag, it's the rest of the OST, so push out like crazy. Get a couple of frags. Froz and Remy going to manage to get in before Nuggin gets taken down by a grenade frag. He's going to get the light through them, and they're going to get an early plant with this first stage main gate. That's brilliant play there from the SGH side. Even though I don't think they've got a rifle grenade or panzers to cover it, they're going to get the pliers to that dynamite, and they're going to defuse it. And yet again, it is the UK superstar player Mystic there defusing that dynamite, and he really has been on top form tonight for the OSK side as a late replacement for Janosta or Cherry, whichever one you want to say. He was really replaced for his OSK, racking up a lot of frags here, and they're not going to get anywhere near that flag or that depot on the main gate. Sorry, the STH side are not going to get anywhere near it with that kind of crossfire on them. STH Callisto now getting a dance frag on the Numeric at that top part of the map. Mine's going to chuck a couple of grenades over as Nuggin gets a frag as well. Mystic and Numeric are going to get a nice crossfire set up there as Numeric gets another MP40 frag before Mine gets a Karam frag onto Mystic. Mystic's going to push out after getting revived by his teammate. He's going to get some more landmines down. And this SGH side really need to push this flag hard and fast now as Nuggin gets a frag onto ZMP, but he's not going to be too bothered because he's going to get down and give every single time with that crossfire on top of them. Rim's going to push up with the Thompson. He's going to get a really nice frag there on the Numeric though. He's not going to get the give because he didn't have enough bullets in his Colt to give him, and Numeric's going to go down instantly yet again to Callisto's Thompson frag as the SGH side push in and get a dynamite down on the main gate again, but they're not going to get the plant because Frost is going to get killed by Frag Stealer's grenade, and it looks to me as if the SGH side they know how to breach this defense. They're just not getting the final bit of luck they need to breach it. They're getting the dynamite down, but they've not got the player in support to cover that dynamite. And the OSK side looking pretty strong down below as well as they've managed to get a lot of frags racked up here, even though Remy's diving in up the top now. Mystic's going to challenge him, but Fragseeder's going to be there as well to help him out. Remy's going to get kicked on full, and the STH side have got to set up another fast attack here down this main part of the road. The OSK self-kill, Callisto revives Nuggin, and he's going to push it completely on his own. Maybe he should have waited for his teammates, we'll never know. But Nuggin and Frost are going to back him up, but Frost is going to get a dynamite down yet again, is he? He's going to make his way towards that gate, but he's not going to throw a dynamite down just yet. He's going to chuck the dynamite down. Dynamite goes yellow, and it looks to me as if they might have this first stage over and done with now, actually, if they manage to hold this plant. Even though a double support fire there from Numeric manages to catch out the Callisto and Mine, they're going to get the flag, and I don't think the Axis side are going to be able to defuse this dynamite as the STH side finally get the first stage over and done with. 5 minutes and 31, 5 minutes and 30 on the board, and the Axis side have just respawned, and it looks to me as if they've already got that CP set up. Yes, they do, so they're not going to be too bothered about having to switch classes too many times. They're just going to push out, get the FFE down. Mystic is a fop, as is Numeric, I think, and they're going to push out towards the broken wall now as Mine pushes up with the Garand along with his teammate Froz, who was a field up, but it doesn't matter because Mystic yet again getting some more damage down on that scoreboard, and he's going to push back along with the support of his teammates. Mystic, another MP40 frag again. Is he going to kill Remy? No, he's not. Nugget's going to kill him just before he can, and the support fire comes raining in across the top of that hill. He's not going to kill anybody or do any damage. The Numeric got up that hill nice and easy with Fragseeder supporting him from the double doors. Raz on his own towards the right side of this hill. The trucks got pushed all the way over the top of this hill, and it looks to me as if the SGA side are rolling in to get towards that main gate. Double frag support fire there along with a teammate and an MP40 frag there for Numeric, just stopping Frost from getting that ninja plant on top of that depot gate. But I don't think it's going to be too easy for the SGH side, and I think they've got to get the rest of the remaining stages over and done with pretty damn soon. As Remy gets over to that CP, gets the satchel onto it, and a lot of the SGH players really are getting a couple of frags though. For the OSK team reply with Raz and ZMK getting a frag onto Callisto and Fraz. And it looks to me as if they're going to push back towards this CP. Are they going to reclaim it? ZMK is trying to get his players to it. Raz is going to help him out. Is ZMK going to get round in? Nugget's going to kill him and keep him just in the nick of time. And the Allied side are going to get the players onto the CP, get it built. And they're going to push towards this depot gate now. Can they get a plant? No, I don't think they can. They've got no engineer in sight. Nugget self-kills. And they're going to get the east depot wall planted instead of the main, even though I think they could have got the main planted. Raz double MP40 frag there, sorry, onto Callisto, and mine gets them both gift as well. And Nugget's going to hold this east wall with 17 seconds left for that to blow up. And even though I've been saying they're not going to do it, it's still possible for them to do it with 3 minutes and 35, 34, 33 on the board in this position. If they get a quick depot gate plant now, I reckon it's all to play for. As Frost tries to do just that, he jumps down the hill, gets the dynamite thrown on top of that main gate. Frantic jump there from Remy though on top of that depot gate dynamite, and Fraz and Mystic do a 1-for-1 combination there, getting a lot of the frags down. As Fraz continues to get more frags, he's going to force Frost to self-kill, and the STH side have got to set up another quick attack because they've not got enough time to be fannying around anymore. Callisto and Nuggin getting a couple of frags. Callisto double frag actually as I say that. Frag stealer and Numeric after self-kill, and it looks like the STH side can get this plant. There's 2 dynamites get chucked on top of that main gate, but a nice grenade there from ZMK just killing Froz, and Remy's going to dive on top of the dynamites. He's going to get both of them planted on that main gate, and it looks to me as if the Axis side are going to have to try and push for this dynamite as Mystic gets gibbed. I don't think he was on full spawn, but I could be incorrect there. No, he wasn't. He was on 10-second spawn. Well, I'm not sure if they are going to push this dynamite anymore with their engineer getting gibbed like that. But ZMK is going to go for it on the west. He's going to kill mine, not going to get him gibbed. And it looks to me as if Nuggin is going to hold this west. No, he's not. Raz is going to luger him down just in time. ZMK rifle grenade onto Callisto, and STH side. Bang goes the depot gate. Bang goes the second dynamite. 2 minutes 20, 2 minutes 19, 2 minutes 18 now for this STH side to push the truck all the way around the corner and all the way to the end of this map supply. And I don't think they're going to do it because this OSK side are yet again being really, really aggressive. Numeric with an MP40 frag on a Callisto as the rest of them self-kill, and Numeric looks as if he's going to hold this east wall on his own as a medic with 8 bullets in his MP40. Turns around as the players just come really into that main gate, but it doesn't matter. Frag Stealer missing his ZMK clear up. Logan gets a frag on the Frag Stealer as well. And the OSK side push out yet again on top of these depot walls as Remy gets a Thompson frag there. Froz trying to push into that truck on his own again with it as an engineer. Not really got any support from his teammates, but there's no Axis players in sight for him to have to push past. But Frag Stealer's hiding for him at the west spawn exit there. And with 1 minute and 31, 1 minute 30 on the board, they're not going to do this. And I'm pretty sure that GG from both sides there. Even though, well, the OSK side's still racking up the frags, and even though the STH side are trying to get it done, they're not going to get it done with 1 minute and 16 on the board. And that looks as if STH are out of this EC now, as Lion cleared up for me. The loser of this match has gone out of EC, and the winner will face E-Wave or Dignitas in the next game. 2-0 to Dignitas in that game, just in case you wanted to know, and it looks pretty promising for Dignitas. After playing E-Wave, I think it's going to be Dignitas versus OSK, and let's be honest, that's going to be one hell of a game, because I think they're playing tomorrow, OSK against Dignitas in the ESL game. If I just double check for you, I'll have a look on the old Games TV, see who they are actually playing. Monday, MVP versus D-Intel in the Games TV is not ready to move yet again, so thanks a lot for that. Oh no, seems to be working now. Yep, here we go. ESL Major Series VII number 7 in the playoffs there. So MVP versus Team Dignitas tomorrow. I think they're going to be shoutcasting that game because let's be honest, that game's going to be one hell of a game going by OSK's performance tonight. So we'll either see Mystic or Cherry playing in that game. I'm not sure which one, but either way it's going to be a good match. And with the timer finally running out for the STH side, GG's called from both sides. Unlucky for the STH side to just miss out on getting that second map done. Numeric highest damage there with Mystic just coming in second place. And if I was anybody else watching that game tonight, I'd be pretty worried because the MVP side or OSK side do seem to be pretty good. Sorry, just telling people that I don't really want to play a game after. Not really in the mood for playing. So sorry about that, guys. So thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the cast tonight. I'm going to finish off the song I was playing earlier, which is Magnetic Man and I Need Air. So hopefully you're going to enjoy that. Make sure you stay tuned tomorrow. I'm going to be shoutcasting the Dignitas versus OSK/MVP game tomorrow. We'll see if Mystic is playing for Cherry. It looks like Cherry's playing at the moment, but it might be another late substitution like there was tonight for Mystic. And well, we'll have to see tomorrow, which will be a much better game to listen to. So make sure you tune in, www.quadv.com. Make sure you keep checking it out on there, because I'm going to have to submit the game on there probably tonight or tomorrow, whichever day I want to. So I'll check the game on there. Make sure you tune in, and we will see you tomorrow night. So have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in, and this is Magnetic Man, and I Need Air.